name is Jenny Papamios, and this is the demo NOCN Speaking Examination at Proficient Level C2. Today is the 26th of November 2022. Your name?
My name is Susanna.
Thank you, Susanna. Part 1. I'm now going to ask you some questions. Are you good at organizing yourself and your time? Explain why not?
Well, it depends on my mood actually. Sometimes I'm very good at organizing and I do lists and I do various stuff and my time, my studies, my lessons, everything. But other times I'm in the mood that I want to do nothing, absolutely nothing. So I do and I do things very on the fly. Well, we're gonna go for a coffee, let's go. We're gonna go for a trip, let's do it. Something like that. So depends on my mood, to be honest.
Tell me 3 ways that your neighborhood or local town could be improved.
Well, I think the mayor should assign some public workers to gather up all the stray dogs and cats that we have, because I believe they're becoming a serious problem, seeing as they hang out in parks, in schools, and they can frighten, not necessarily harm, but just frighten the children and like my sister and all of that. So I feel very concerned about that. Also, I believe more use of public transport would better improve our city. Because it would solve up the traffic conjunction that happens, and it can lead to various problems, as you could know. And a third option I think would be to have some more public workers to clean up the streets, but not necessarily in the center of the city, because that happens because we have an image to portray, but also the parks and all of that, which because young people sometimes hang around and they throw the trash everywhere and they don't throw it in the bins, which is really bad. And I think that would be an improvement that we need to make.
Many people download music onto their phones. In your opinion, should music be free or should we pay for it? Explain why not?
Well, as one of the people that download music on their phones, I would love for it to be free, but I know that it cannot, because of the producers and everyone involved actually in making the music, the artists, all of them, they have to get paid, because that's how they make a living. As a customer, you always want things to be free, to be cheaper, but we have to maintain the price, because that's what we live on.
Okay, tell me 3 things you need to think about before looking for a job. Explain why.
Well, first I think would be how much it pays, because in nowadays it's really important to have the necessary money to survive, to pay the rent, the bills, the supermarket, all of that. Another thing I would certainly look for is the work environment, because even if you have an amazing job, if the work environment is not, it's not a happy place, it's not a positive attitude, you cannot be productive actually, and it would harm the company and the worker, of course. And a third would be if I like the job, of course, because even if it pays a lot of money, if you don't like the job you're doing, you're just not going to be happy and you're going to be complaining every day, I'm going to go to work, I don't want to, it's all of that, I think.
Okay. If you had the opportunity to work for a charity, which charity would you choose and why?
Well, I think I would love to work on a charity about climate change and environmentalistic causes, because I think it's very important, especially with all the studies that are going around with the temperature changes and all of that, which can be evident even in our everyday lives nowadays. And I think it's a very important cause for our humans, for our population, for our environment, for the earth especially.
Thank you. Part 2. This is the second part of the examination. Please listen carefully and tell me what you would say in these situations. This is the prompt sheet for the first situation. You are at your friend's house celebrating their new job. When you knock over a candle and it spills candle wax all over their carpet. Apologize and make a suggestion. What would you say?
Well, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. It was completely an accident. I'm so clumsy nowadays. It's ridiculous. I can pay for it if you want to pay for the cleaners, or we can do a trick. A great friend taught me once. We can take a napkin, and after we let the candle dry, we can put it over the candle, and then with an iron the napkin, and then the candle will stick to the napkin instead of the carpet, and it will be mostly clean at least. So we can fix the situation somehow. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean for this to happen. Terribly sorry.
Right. Now, situation number 2. This is a second situation. Here's your prompt sheet. Sorry. Here you are.
Thank you.
Your friend loves texting. They text all the time. You like being in touch with your friend, but you receive too many texts. Speak to your friend. What would you say?
Well, I know that you love texting, you love updating me about every day of your life, every minute, everything you do, but it's just annoying after some point. I have things to do. You can certainly text me, but I won't see them all in time, and you will be disappointed, but I don't want to do that. So we can maybe find another solution. You can send me one big long voicemail at the end of the day, which updates me and everything you think it's important at the end of the day, and I will listen to it and make comments about the certain interesting things that you did. Or you can just call me after a long day. It's nice to have a phone call with a friend, and I would love to learn about your day. But it's just during the day, it's not really sustainable, I'd say. What do you think?
Thank you. Now, this is the third and the last part of the examination. In this part of the exam, you're going to take part in a conversation. This is the scenario. Please read it carefully. This is your prompt sheet. Remember, you will have 2 minutes to prepare for the conversation. You may make notes. I will play the part of the friend. Scenario. Your friend has decided to give up studying at university and get a job. They only have 1 more year left to do. You think they should finish university? Persuade your friend to continue studying for 1 more year. Susanna, I'm desperate. I need to get a job. I need the money.
Well, okay, you need the money, but it's no solution to quit university. I mean, what kind of logic is that? It's only a year left. You'll have plenty of time later to have a job and do whatever you want to do. I don't think it's a right decision to quit university.
I'm sick and tired of asking for money from my parents. You know how it is.
Well, I know, I ask for money from my parents too, but it's alright. I mean, you're still a student, you can enjoy the student life before you start to have more serious responsibilities like a job. It's better. You have more freedom. You don't have so many responsibilities yet. You should enjoy that.
I can always go back to university later on. For the time being, I have to find a job.
Well, you'll go later. That's not solution. It's scientifically proven that the younger you are, the more information you absorb. So it's better for you to do it now. And also later you'll be old, and they will be young, and it will be an age difference. It would be no good. I have a solution for you. You can combine the two. You can still take your classes at the university and study, and have a part-time job. You won't be independent quite right away, but you can gather the money, and then you can use them for a house, for a car, for something like that. You should not quit university. Many jobs need at least 1 degree nowadays to hire you. So I don't think that's the right solution for you.
Well, why are you so worried about me giving up my studies? I won't give them up.
Well, you're my friend. I'm concerned about you. I'm concerned about your future. I want us to be friends and have trips. And for trips, you need money, and for money, you need a good job. So if you go now and work on retail, on a supermarket or something, like what kind of money do you think you'll have? You have 400 euro? That's not. I disagree completely. I don't think that's sustainable.
Well, what kind of friend are you? You have to support me on this decision.
I don't have to support you for not wise decisions. I will not say stupid, but I will say not wise.
This is the end of the examination. Thank you very much.
Thank you.